Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous fry slay with the Couch Potato Queens. I am your host, lifestyle influencer, actress, model, singer, cat friend. I don't know.
What?
I don't know what it means. Sam Meyer. I am so glad to be back after my 2 weeks away. Next, of course, we have another friend of Puss, Miss Alex Mites. How are you tonight, baby?
Hello, I am so good. I'm wearing a shirt that's 2 colors and I don't know if I like it. So
Sound off in the comments if you like Alex's shirt.
we'll see how I feel about this top.
I feel like it goes really well with your background tonight. I think it goes well with your outfit. I think it makes your hair look intentional, which is very fun.
My hair look intentional. Because my faded ass pink hair is not. This is the look, honey.
The look. It's the look.
It's the look. It's the moment.
Oh.
Who is she?
Oh. The title of this episode fictitiously says that this is episodes 11 and 12 because that's what Alex told me. But it is, in fact, episodes 10 and 11. We will be changing that later.
Josh made the graphic for us.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be why. So we'll blame Josh. Josh is not able to make it tonight, but Alex and I will have plenty of chuckles for y'all. Hello, Madam Caliente. The country song remix next week. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about country, but
we'll see.
Get the Crisco, baby. Get the Crisco. So we do have 2 episodes to cover tonight.
Yes, we do.
Before we get into them, folks at home, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. You know how much I hate to do this, but it is so helpful, so supportive. We love you. Also,
It's just that kind of day.
follow Chantel. She's at Reality Realness. Follow Josh on Instagram and Twitter. Just do the thing. You can see our social media along the top of the screen, though. Okay, so Alex, I would like to talk about the Dr. Reverend Silky Nutmeg Ganache episode, because that's essentially what the lip sync episode was.
Yeah, it was Silky's episode.
It was Silky's episode. She dominated, and rightfully so. She turned it out. I had only one lip sync that I disagreed with.
And I feel like to anyone who has watched me and Sam on the pod before, we usually are in agreement, but we are not in agreement on this.
Mm-hmm. This is one.
So we could fight now.
So first of all, I wanna cover the good. What did we love? I think that Barbie Girl number was one of the best lip syncs we've ever seen on Drag Race.
Period.
I thought it was so fun, so funny, it was the season 7, half boy, half girl drag all over again, and I lived, and it was well executed.
Yeah. When the initial, come on Barbie, let's go party, when Silky turned around, I'm like, this was it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was so funny just to see that initial turnaround, and then Silky's in full boy paint. Like, it was hilarious. And Silky was not just doing boy, Silky was in boy drag, which was fierce.
Yes. Hi, Sophie. Josh is here because we did get a younger version of him, but it's me. I'm younger. I'm youthful. I have several years underneath Josh. And Alex, as always, great hat.
Thanks. She's back. I almost wore a different hat today, but then I changed it at the last minute.
See, I love when you wear those hats because I think they make you look like a Cabbage Patch.
I think they make me look like Sister.
Also that. Very cute. Very fun.
They're my sister hats.
Not the drag queen, the television show.
I was dying laughing when she did a curio not as fit a chance. Yeah, do you think Akira would have turned out Barbie Girl?
She could have, but it's not like a twerk song, you know? Like, Akira is very loud about the fact that she's not a dancer, even though she like Akira, I think, thrives in terms of dance, in terms of acting, in terms of comedy. She thrives in an improvised setting.
Yes.
So maybe. Who knows?
Okay. I don't think she would have come with a stunt like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what pushed Silky over the edge. And honestly, all of her lip syncs was that she thought out numbers, which is if anyone goes to the clubs and watches like local girls, that is what queens are doing in shows. They're coming up with numbers that have dynamic parts to them, moving things, props, and everything. So what Silky was doing was what you would see on a stage,
and people would go nuts for it.
Yeah,
but I would argue that none of the queens in the competition could have stood up to that number. It was that good.
I agree. Not a single queen could have topped that Barbie Girl performance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God, thank you so much for asking. My day was lovely.
And the vacation was great. Sad to be back. And actually, Sophie, Josh and I do not have the same haircut, although we do go to the same barber. Shout out to V Cuts Detroit, who is a wonderful guest and friend of the pod.
Yeah, you know V, Sophie. V is the pod's barber.
But Sophie, I do have a mullet, and Josh does not. Josh has the business in the front, but he does not have the party in the back. So, okay, the Silky episode, though, Barbie Girl was a standout. Which was the one where she did the color guard? Because
Song for the Lonely.
Song for the Lonely. And actually, Scarlett surprised me on that one.
I know, she gave a good performance.
From where she was in her original season to the performance that she gave and the looks that she served, I thought Scarlett did very well. But Barbie Girl was iconic. But if we're talking classic lip sync, Song for the Lonely? Broken? I don't know. I can't remember the name of the song.
That Cher song
was beautiful. It was just, it was crystalline. You
know that I cry when a queen does color guard shit. Sam, I mean, rule of culture. Rule of culture number 37, Alex cries when a queen does color guard shit. Everyone knows.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows. I guess you're the nerdy one, Sam, because you got a mullet.
Ooh, apparently. I'm like, mullets are cool now, Sophie. I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought I was cool. I'm wearing a two-tone shirt. That seems pretty cool. I will be bringing back my own show when I have more time. Right now I'm directing a play and I'm very busy. But I will be doing it again.
Also, no one who has less tattoos than me gets to be cooler than me.
Sam, I think I technically have more tattoos than you.
No, you do have more tattoos than me. I'm just saying anyone with with fewer tattoos than I cannot be cooler than me.
True. And Josh has one.
Mm-hmm. Girls Just Want to Have Fun was iconic. She made a whole fucking drink. Where the hell? Yeah, that was very funny as well. The whole when Sonique said Kylie said she had a whole wet bar in her titties. Like, I died. It was Silky pulled out the stunts, but ultimate. And do you know what was also cool was that she made all of those things. She put all of those stunts together in her hotel room.
That's impressive.
That is a gag.
And Silky said it best when she said, I'm not out here doing maxi challenges like all of the other girls, so I take this very seriously. And she is. She's in her hotel room concepting numbers, making props, and I'm like, go off, queen. Yeah.
No, I mean, Silky killed it. And like, I don't know. She's kind of been throwing people under the bus since she, has on social media since the show. But in this moment, she was infinite. To quote the perks of being a wallflower.
And in that moment, Silky was infinite.
Truly. So I also just want to call this out really quick. Sophie, I am the incredible hunk. Bruce Banner being the alter ego of the Incredible Hulk, but I'm the Incredible Hunk, baby.
Sam, I can see you doing something similar to Silky's Girls Just Want to Have Fun number.
Oh, I wear them tiggle bitties.
Yeah, absolutely.
Folks at home, if you are unaware, I wear a 42J in drag with the tatas to match. Each one is roughly the size of a cantaloupe. So the Silky episode, I want to talk about the most contentious lip sync, the one that threatens to cause a rift in our friendship. Jan versus Silky. They did it to Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar, which is truly one of my all-time favorite songs.
Yeah, it's a great
I
song.
love Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar. And I thought that Jan was more deserving of the win.
Why?
I thought her dancing was better. I thought her energy was better, except for when Silky picked up that card and started licking it. And I'm like, that was a serve. That was a moment. I get it. But I cannot help but feel that Silky won because of a cardboard guitar that she made out of a pizza box.
What I'll say to this is I was entertained by both performances up until that point. Mm-hmm. And the fact that Silky had the creativity to make a guitar out of pizza boxes, I'm like, work. Like, that is a different level of like, I'm here to fuck this game up. Mm-hmm. And you've been here for now 4 lip syncs. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's almost more impressive because you have to keep outdoing yourself at that point, or at least matching what you did before. Mm-hmm. So I do take into consideration what she's done prior to that. And so that's why I do give Silky that win, because I was equally entertained by both. Mm-hmm. I do think Jan was giving a fierce performance and came the closest to beating Silky out of anyone.
Yes.
Other than Eureka, who did. Mm-hmm. And which I think she won that. But
yeah. Oh, I absolutely think Eureka won. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. But I think that making the pizza box guitar is just like a cool, like, that's something that like I would do for a show. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's something that I love to see on the Drag Race stage, and I'm glad that it got like commended, you know, because
now I was wondering, do you think they let her preset the guitar? Because it was on the stage when they were doing their little tete-a-tete. And I don't know that she necessarily walked out with it. It could have been under the jacket.
I think it was under the jacket because she was wearing a big-ass jacket for no reason.
Yeah, no, I mean, I screamed when she said there could be a Buick under here.
Yeah, no, I don't think they let them preset anything.
No, I didn't think so either, which is why I was surprised when it was on the stage.
Yeah, I think it came from under the jacket because she took off that jacket almost immediately. Mm-hmm. So I think the guitar was probably like taped or stuck to the inside of the jacket somehow.
Also, I liked Jan's look more. I didn't like Silky's look.
Yeah, Jan did have a better look, but
I don't know. I thought Jan served it harder. But yes, Madame Caliente, Jan, she's a man, will live in my head forever.
Rent-free, baby.
Oh my god, that was Madame Caliente agrees with you though, Alex. Silky and the guitar put her over, but I think it should have been a double Shantae. It could have been, but then we would have gotten a 3-person lip sync after that.
What song would that have been?
I don't remember in the order.
Who was after that?
Who was after Jan? Because it was.
Was that Eureka?
Was Eureka? No, I feel like there was. Oh, because would it have been Jan and then Akira and then Eureka? No, we're missing someone. Folks at home, who are we missing? Please tell us.
Yeah, Madame Caliente. I think you should know who the order is. Pandora. We don't even fucking remember Pandora's lip sync. I mean, I think that Silky would have still beaten both of them. So
yeah, I think that ultimately Silky would have risen to the top, but it was just, I was just like, I don't know. Maybe Twitter is just getting my brain worms going.
Yeah.
But
let's talk quickly though about because we're about 14 minutes in. Let's talk quickly about the Eureka Silky of it all.
all that needs to be said is Silky's reveal finally didn't work.
Yeah, if Silky's reveal had worked, I think Silky would have been in the competition.
I could see that.
Because you do not do that many lip syncs and not come back into the competition unless you really fuck up that final one. And she did. She got stuck in her outfit and it showed.
And Eureka is good enough, like, to serve a fierce lip sync.
I wasn't like, wow, Eureka, like I don't remember what Eureka did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no moment where I'm like, wow, I'm gonna remember Eureka's performance for years to come. But she did beat Silky in the sense where Silky got stuck in her outfit, and that was a big enough mishap that it took you out of the performance. So that's why. Yeah, but I do believe if she did not get stuck in that outfit, she would be in the competition again.
Probably. I would agree with that.
And I think she would have done well in this week's episode.
Yeah, I think she would have as well. Silky's very entertaining.
Yeah, I think we would have had the same outcome where the comeback queen would have won if Silky had been there instead.
Madame Caliente to address, are we going to cover UK 3? Possibly. We have a lot of seasons of Drag Race coming up. We are going to have to be selective with what we cover to be respectful of our schedules.
Yes.
Now
I've heard they canceled Circle UK and they're going to combine Circle US and UK for now. And that's I mean, we talked about covering the Circle, Sophie. So we'll be covering Circle US. So either way.
Yeah. So moving back into things though, we get our top 5 again in the next episode with Eureka coming back into the mix. You know, honestly, I didn't love that function. I felt like because you're like top 5 is a weird time to bring back a queen.
I know. Because let's think if Silky had come back, it would have been unfair for Silky to be crowned.
And you want a queen to come back who has a realistic chance of winning the competition. Eureka's correct. Eureka is the first comeback queen to make it into the finals.
And Eureka's the first comeback queen. Well, I mean, technically there's Art Simone.
Okay, first U.S. queen.
Yeah, but Art Simone missed like 2 episodes, I think.
Which is not a lot.
No, but your argument there is you literally didn't compete for 2 episodes. Like, you can't win this crown. You were not here for 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is that Eureka is the only comeback queen that is really viable for the crown, period.
Yeah, because she didn't miss any episodes.
Yeah, she missed nothing.
Yeah.
And she competed in an episode that other queens did not. So she literally competed in every single episode. So I would say she's kind of in a position where she's more deserving of the crown, arguably.
Here's the thing. I would almost argue that they should have, like, if Silky had won, great, cool, go into the top 4, girl, live your life, ka. But I almost, with Eureka, would have preferred them giving her the remaining cash tip and saying, like, Eureka, it's been great, but, you know, you've been eliminated.
So then that whole episode would have been just for a cash tip?
Yeah. If Eureka...
You can't keep the game within a game can't be for a cash tip.
Why not? They're not winning money anyway.
I mean, I guess it could have been for a separate cash tip.
Yeah, yes, correct. Maybe a separate cash tip, something like that. I felt that they gave the double win in the lip sync tonight, which we'll get there. I felt that they only gave the double win to Eureka and Jada because they were trying to get rid of that money. That money.
Oh, yeah, because like, what the fuck were they going to do with it at top 4?
Yeah.
Like, add it to the grand prize?
No, seriously, that's why I was like, they were just looking to offload that money, and so they gave it to Eureka. Because Eureka, spoiler alert, folks, I do not think Eureka deserved a double win for that lip sync.
No, it was weird. To answer, Sophie, your question, do you cover anything besides reality TV? We are talking about it. Sam's talking about covering movies potentially, or, I've talked about covering other TV shows. So maybe let us know in the comments if anyone has suggestions of what they'd like to see us cover.
Or shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, which you can find across the top of the screen. But if you have anything that you'd like us to cover, any shows that you really love, any movies that anything at all you want us to hear us talk about, please let us know.
Yeah, I know. I kind of wish that they would do these bringbacks in the middle, because when it's so close to the end, it's like they don't have time to prove themselves.
Yeah, like, could you imagine if we had gotten, like, I don't know, a Jiggly Caliente return? Like, that would have been incredible.
I know. Like, maybe 3 episodes in, like...
Yes, 3-4 episodes in, give us our bringback episode.
Yeah.
You know, because those are the queens, really, who get cut too soon.
And those are the queens who are hungry for it as well.
I mean, if they'd done that, we would see Silky back.
Exactly.
Which I wouldn't have been mad about. I would have loved to see how Silky sort of performed throughout the season.
I bet Silky would have had an excellent Snatch game.
I bet it would have been great. She did very well the first time. Snatch game winner.
Yeah. I do kind of feel like we got robbed with some of our Silky Nutmeg Ganache content that we could have had this season.
But ultimately, I know, like, I'm certain that she would have gone home at the first fashion challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But for anybody who did not know, Silky did not get any cash tips for any of her lip syncs. So she did make a post posting her Venmo and Cash App. Send her a tip if you really enjoyed that episode. Throw her a couple bucks. I sent her $10. I was like, you know what? I really love that episode. I've gone back and watched her performances multiple times. Take my money, queen. You know, even if it's just $1, she'll appreciate it.
But now I think it's time to go queen by queen and really break down sort of what their presence was this episode. It was boring. It was nice. It was fine. It was fine. It was like the people talk. They're trying to...
So fun. I feel like every podcast now I do a fun fact about me. And fun fact about me here is I used to judge high school poetry competitions. So I would go to high schools and I would listen to teenagers' original poetry and them reading it. And I would have to give them a score. And it was hard because these poems were not good. And this challenge was giving me flashbacks. I was like, oh my God. Like, some of the things that were happening on the stage, I'm like, this is bad. Like, this is bad storytelling night. Like, it was hard to watch.
I thought it was weird because I felt like all the queens were roughly at the same level. I just didn't think that any of them were, like, excellent.
No. They were raving about Ginger, and I'm like, that was so awkward to me. Her whole performance was like bad monologue that someone's giving at a community theater.
Okay, we got to get into this queen by queen because we need to be able to talk about them.
Yeah, I'm mad about this episode.
So
I'm triggered.
So, folks, if you are unfamiliar, we will be ranking the queen's performance in the episode on our fry scale. If you hated it, it's a small fry. If you were meh about it, medium fry. If you loved it, large fry. If you would sell your firstborn for the queen's performance this episode, that is a supersize. So feel free to sound off as we go through these queens. First up in the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent monologues was our girl TKB. I did not think she did poorly.
No. I
thought she did pretty well. I thought she started with some light humor, and she ended really beautifully. I didn't know where the story was going to go. And It ended really beautifully, I thought, with the little guardian angel. She even buttered up Rupaul.
And you know RuPaul loves that.
Did you see her smile? Ru was just like,
yes.
I am an angel.
RuPaul was all for it.
No, don't.
Yeah, no. I really like this. I was entertained the whole time. I love a catfish moment. And I didn't know where the story was going. I thought there were moments where the story lagged. She was talking a little too quickly to really hit some of those jokes. And I think you could tell she was nervous from doing so poorly in the first stand-up challenge, that she's like in her head about it, and you could tell.
And you can tell when someone sort of is like, they're grabbing at the words, you know, it's sort of, it slips a little bit. Like there's that nervous energy, and we could feel that a little bit with TKB, but overall I thought she did pretty well.
Yes. I would give her a medium plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she looked good.
Oh my God. And let's talk about her look. She had those lilac gloves with the huge ruffles, that plum dress ruching at the bottom, and then the safety pins in the back. I thought the safety pins were like fine as a gag. I was like, I'm not on theme, but she looked so damn good.
Yeah. I will say, I don't know if it was the category. The category was kind of weird in my opinion. It was like fashion mishap. I'm like, I don't really see the mishap here other than that your dress isn't finished.
Yes.
But it looked good. She looked excellent.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter if she ended up in the bottom 4, the bottom queens. Yeah, I do feel like she was kind of next in line to go home in all of their eyes. And yeah, TKB was robbed. We were sad to see her go too, Trent. We agree.
Trent, I cried tonight watching the episode.
And that's usually me.
I knew she was going home before I watched the episode, and I still cried when it happened because I love TKB.
We love this queen.
We love this queen in this house. It was heartbreaking. I am so proud of her growth since the last time she was on. I would love to see her again, and I would love to see her take it to the finals next time.
I know, because I think she could.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if we're giving people third chances now, you know, Ginger, but not just Ginger, Manila, Latrice, like Ginger is the only one who's gotten 3 chances on an actual, like on who's not from All Stars 1.
Yeah, that's true. Work.
Yeah. Sophie, if you feel our stream is boring, I think we're a lot of fun. If you feel we're boring, you can leave. Comments out of here, fly out of here on your broomstick, Sophie. Alex and I are having a gay old time.
Sophie's always here to just slide in.
You're just trying to cause drama, Sophie. You love me.
Sophie loves the drama.
You do love the drama, Sophie. And honestly, I live for it too.
I love the drama, Sophie.
TKB for me tonight was a medium plus. I thought she did solid. I did not think she, unfortunately, was just not enough to save her.
I think she would have been a large 5 for me if she was more in the category with her outfit.
Yeah. So next we move on to Kylie Sonique Love. She told the story about her first time in drag, and I was invested. As you know, Alex, I also like to sit down during stand-up. And it was a bold move, but it has, if you do it right, it has the ability to like really pull in an audience. And with Kylie's like sweet Southern charm and sort of the way that she painted with words, I thought it was cute. I thought she got some funny jokes in. I gagged when she said gayer than 2 men blowing 5 men.
I loved that. She had some good jokes. I will say, I felt the story did get kind of it lagged a little bit in the middle. Mm-hmm. It needed to be the writing just needed to be like vamped.
Yeah.
But you know, she's not a writer, so I'm not gonna fault her there. She did a great job. It had big like campfire energy, you know, like hanging out, sitting around a bonfire, and someone's telling a really good story. That's what it felt like. So work. She looked great. Her runway was great. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Her runway, she had the it was like the corn dog
corn dog look with the messy eater, which when she pulled that corn dog out of her punani, I screamed.
I died.
Where was she keeping it?
In the punani.
In the punani.
I was glad. Sam, I have 2 corn dogs in my punani right now. Oh
my god. Yes. Madame Caliente, Kylie Sonique Love reminds us that people can be very sweet in North Carolina. And anywhere in the South, there are sweet people. They're not all trash. But yes. And then that corn dog look, it was cute. I didn't necessarily see fashion faux pas. Hello, Nanya. Great to see
you. Hi, Nanya.
We're talking about how a drag queen on tonight's episode of Drag Race pulled a corn dog out of her cut. And it was great. I lived for it. But the look was cute. I liked the look. I was like, how is this the theme, though?
Yeah, I mean, like, I get there's stains on the outfit, but it wasn't really fitting the category. But I'm wondering if this is another outfit where they were given kind of like a weird description of it.
I think so, too, because of how chaotic almost all of the runways were.
Really, only Eureka's?
Yeah, seemed to
fit the category to a T?
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm like, what are they giving these queens? Because I know for a fact they do not say the exact category description in their packets. So,
which is wild to me because, like, why wouldn't you do that?
Because they want to, in case they want to change the script at any time. They're able to.
Okay, so what does KSL get from you tonight, Alex?
I give her a medium plus. I mean, again, I wanted her to fit the category more, maybe have a little more energy on the stage, but medium plus. I was entertained.
Yeah, I would agree with that. She was a medium plus for me as well. And I'm comfortable ranking her in the same place as Trinity. Yeah, they did it equally well.
I agree.
And I think that actually the next queen that I want to talk about did not do as well as them. And that's Ginger Minge.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I thought Ginger arguably had the weakest monologue of the night.
I agree.
She talked about getting caught in heels, but it was not funny at any point. I did not, I chuckled at most of the other queens, and I'm like, there were 0 laughs for Ginger. It felt impersonal, and the judges even called it out.
Yeah. It really did feel like community theater. Someone's auditioning for me for the first time. They're like reading a monologue. They're like trying to be animated, but there's no like substance behind it. Like it very much felt like a character and not a personal story.
Which has been my argument with Ginger this season. I think it was the Pink Table Talk as well, where I said the exact same thing. It sounds rehearsed. It doesn't sound, it's not, and they told her that in the practice, and they told her that in the critique. And
but then they were like, wow, Ginger, that was the best one.
Trixie and Nicole Byer apparently read Ginger to filth.
I love that Nicole Byer was on the pit stop.
I love that too. Good for her.
I'll watch that tonight after I go on with Jolene to talk about Big Brother.
Yeah.
Right after this.
Check out Alex talking with Jolene on Jolene's channel. So, okay. And then let's talk about Ginger Minge's Ginger Minge is singed.
That was funny.
I thought it was a fun concept, but I thought, yeah, I liked it. I was fine on it.
I liked that the hair came off the wig, that the curling iron steamed, and that it revealed to a burn on the hand. I'm like, that's a really well thought out moment.
Yeah, well, there was the hair came off, there was the burn on the forehead,
yes,
the burn on the neck, there was the burn on the titty, and then the burn on the hand. Yeah. And all of which were well painted, which was, great. Like it was all well executed.
And she looked fine. Like her outfit was good.
I sort of hated the dress. I sort of wanted it to be campier. If like she's going for that much, I know it's like how much camp can you cram into one little body, but I just wanted it to be like, it would have been funnier to me if it had been more like toddlers and tiaras.
Yeah, I can see that.
This
character.
A little frillier.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I did like the bit though.
Oh, I love the bit. I thought it was fun. I was a little scared at first. I was like, is it actually hot? Is it smoking? Like, did she just burn her hand?
That is a good prop. I'm like, how are you? I want to know how that was smoking.
Yeah. Well, because I was trying to figure it out. I was like, I wonder if it's like dry ice.
It has to be a tiny smoke machine.
Or like, yeah, like a little, or like, I feel like it was like a limited release sort of deal where like when she like clamped it down, like it started and she only had a set amount of time with it.
That has to be it.
That
was a good prop.
That was, I would like to give Ginger a medium fry for the evening, but I would like to give her prop a supersize.
Ginger's curling iron gets a supersize from me.
Yeah. Best in show, Dark Horse.
Ginger's curling iron.
Ginger's curling iron.
We're now at Ginger's curling iron stand pod.
I would listen to a podcast hosted by Ginger's curling iron.
And welcome to the stage, Ginger's curling iron.
Performing to the sounds of water being steamed.
Excellent prop.
Excellent prop, Ginger.
Excellent prop.
Next, we get Misraja Ohara. I thought she started really strong. She fumbled at the top of her routine, but then kicked it back into gear. She was funny. She was engaging. She was high energy. I thought she did well.
I didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't even remember what her story was.
It was about her tuck coming undone in the middle of a show.
Yes. It seemed like it didn't really go anywhere. Like her tuck came undone, but then like there wasn't anything that came from it, you know? Like there was no like punchline. There was no climax to that story. It was just your tuck came undone and then you got off stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was not good storytelling.
Yes.
And that was the challenge, was to tell a compelling story. And it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
She looked great on stage. She's awesome on a mic. She's probably an excellent host.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm not like, wow, you did terrible. But that was not good storytelling. Mm-hmm. And that was the challenge. So I'm sorry, girl, but I thought it was bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get into her. I think we'll probably agree more though on her halfway ready runway. I thought it was fine. I was like, but we did finally get to talk about tonight the fact that Raja created all of her looks that went down that runway.
Yeah. I'm really glad that she got to say that to the judges, because I don't think they knew that.
No, I don't think they did either. And
that's a serve to be able to say, I made everything that I brought. Mm-hmm. Girls do not do that anymore.
No, I think, didn't Ellie Diamond do that as well?
Yes, Ellie Diamond did that.
UK too. But girls really don't do that anymore, or ever. When have we ever had a queen? And folks at home, if you,
I think Jada might have
made all her own outfits.
Jada like makes outfits.
I know she does, but I don't think like to make that number of outfits before going on Drag Race is a tremendous amount of work, because these queens get 2 weeks to prepare, I think.
Yeah, they do not get a lot of time.
It's from the moment and you're not going to throw all that money before you know that you're cast.
Yeah.
You know, because these queens are spending tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I think they get around, the shortest amount of time was like 2 weeks, but now they think they usually get like a month and then some change.
Well, because who was the queen that got in?
Jada made all of her outfits.
Jada did make all of her outfits. Okay, that's actually really good to know.
Yeah.
Because Jada, do you know what? That's who I was going to talk about. Jada was the one who only got a week.
Yes, Jada only got a week because Jada was a replacement cast member.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just supposed to go what producers know about talent.
Yes, because she took Tamisha Amon's spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, wild. How did you feel about Raja's halfway ready look, Alex?
Raja's halfway ready look. It looked halfway ready. It looked like she didn't finish sewing her outfit.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I wish that it had more clear hems. That's just me being picky.
See that it was like it needed to be more stylized and less like actually halfway on.
Because the thing is that if she had not been selling it as much as she was on the runway with her character, that would not have worked. It was a piece of fabric with a good sleeve on one side. That is a well constructed sleeve, but other than that, it was a loose material that is like that sequin material that is not very expensive. It doesn't look expensive, which it doesn't have to be. But if you're going to use that material, you need to embellish it, and it wasn't. So it did just kind of have like a costumey kind of feel. And I would have liked to have seen her, maybe put more detail into that because she is a good seamstress.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I hear you. What does Raja get from you tonight in terms of fries?
Jeez. I don't know. If she hadn't have sold that garment on the runway so hard, I would be giving her a small fry. But because she sold that garment, it's a medium.
Oh my God. I gave her a large minus tonight. I liked her story. I understand what you meant about the structure being not there entirely, but I think I was probably the most entertained by Raja's story.
Really?
Yeah. It was the energy, I think, for me. I don't know. It was, I enjoyed it.
Thank you for the critique of my critique. Thank you.
You're a master critic.
Nanya, I don't even think you watched the show.
I love it, though. So finally, though, for the night, we get Eureka O'Hara.
I thought that was the best story.
I thought she did well. She was funny. She had good energy. She pulled it all together really well. She hit all of her marks. No stumbles. I mean, it was great. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was very fun. It was a funny story. It was light. It was delightful. How did you feel about it?
It's hard to come on Drag Race and tell a whole story about poop and have that be your whole thing. Because we know that Rupaul is not always the biggest fan of fart humor.
It's like blue humor in general.
Rock'em Sakura. So, that's kind of a risk to go in and be telling such like a blue story because if it doesn't land, you just look dumb telling that story. And Eureka, it had the energy that like you're at a bar and like everyone's a little bit buzzed and like someone's telling a really good story and like everybody's just here for it. And that was like the vibe. Like I wanted to hear the rest of it. And we went into this knowing that it ended with Eureka shitting her pants. But honestly, it still had twists and turns. And
it was funny.
I'm like, wait, is she going to do it now? No? Oh, is it going to happen now? No? Is it going to happen now? And then it did.
And then it did, and then it was great.
Yeah. I thought that was a great storytelling, great structure of a story, and she was compelling, and she looked great.
I agree.
Little Playboy bunny thing, it was fierce.
Adorable with the Playboy bunny earrings. Did you clock those?
Yes, that was an excellent outfit. Eureka had a very strong week this week.
It was a servant. She looked incredible.
Yeah.
And then we get to her runway, which I think we both agree was the most spot on of any of the runways tonight.
Yeah.
She was in that. She had the wind-blown hair with the blue, like sort of Cinderella blue gown, but it was like stuck in her panties, and she had toilet paper on her shoe, and there was like sweat or maybe like food on the front.
I think it was sweat.
But it was still glamorous.
It was like, it reminded me of something I'd see on Dragula. Like it was like gross, but glamorous.
Yeah, no, I was very there with you. Eureka was, and she was limping. I was like,
she sold it.
I thought she sold it. Period. Tonight, she knew she had work to do, and she did it. In the words of Law Roach, she did what needed to be done.
Yeah, she did.
Eureka was a large fry for me tonight.
Yeah, Eureka's a large fry. I don't think anybody was quite the super size, but if there was one, it would be Eureka. Like if I had to give it out, it would go to her.
I think this is the lowest we have rated queens this season.
This was a rough episode.
This was a rough episode of what was otherwise a great season.
I know. I mean, honestly, Drag Tots was not a great episode. And
it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Drag Tots was not great, and Pink Table Talk was not great.
No. Every
But-
season's got a few duds.
Yeah, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine because Stranja jumped out of the ceiling, so that's all that matters.
So deal with it.
Deal with it.
We got 2 Trinity K. Bonet lip syncs, both of which were excellent.
So deal with it.
So deal with it.
Deal with it.
I don't know. Let's get into the lip sync for tonight, though. It is Eureka versus Jada Essence Hall. Good Golly Miss Molly is the song, and I like this song.
That was a fun song.
Miss Molly. Would I ever choose it for a Drag Race lip sync? No. I mean, it was just...
Whose grandfather, who was in the secret gay clubs of the 50s, picked this song. What a read!
That grandfather is Rupaul now.
Madame Caliente just read you. Because you're like, I loved this song.
I do love Good Golly Miss Molly. It was
I thought it was a fun lip sync song.
It was just so heavily weighted in Jada's favor.
Yeah.
The gag for me was the double win because I thought it was a weird lip sync and I thought Eureka did poorly. The only thing that was like, yes, work Eureka, was when she rolled across the floor. She just log rolled across the floor at one point.
Yeah, she did. I mean, she had good energy the whole time. I don't know why she was a clown.
It's the mug, though. It's the mug, is that she always sort of has that. She gives me club face.
Yeah, I get club face from Eureka, too. Yeah. I don't understand why her clown reveal was happening now. I think she probably had that reveal, like, oh, I'll use this for a lip sync, but then, like, this was the only one she ever did. So she's like, well, guess I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
But it just didn't really make sense with the song. Like, I guess it's kind of like a carnival-y sounding song. I don't know. I just didn't see it at all. This was the first season in Drag Race history to have 2 double Shantays, and Eureka is the first queen to be a part of 3 double Shantays. Wow. That's cool.
Very true.
Cool history.
I think she's probably the first queen to be a part of more than 1 double Shantae.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of anyone else who has been. Oh, I was like, Simone? Did they save Simone that many times?
Did they save Simone twice?
But they could have. You know they would have.
They could have.
Oh, Lord. What were the 2 double Shantays this season? This one. Oh, no, 2 like wins, but I guess to me it doesn't count if there's a lip sync assassin. But I don't know what else the double Shantae would have been.
I don't know.
Let us know what you're thinking was the other double Shantae and how Eureka was involved in all 3. What were your thoughts on this lip sync though, Alex?
I think Jada won. And they wanted to offload that money.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Misraja.
Yeah. I feel like it was the sort of thing they were like, if we don't spend it, we'll lose it sort of deal. Like I think that probably wherever the money comes from, they were not able to hold on to it if they didn't give it to a queen.
Yeah, so they're like, we need to use this so we can get the same budget next time around.
Yeah, and frankly, Eureka could have won some of the other challenges. They definitely threw Eureka under the bus to throw some people some wins.
Yeah. So I'm not mad that Eureka got this tip because she deserved it, but I think that Jada won the lip sync.
I think Jada won the lip sync as well.
Let's get into our superlatives.
Let's do it. First of all, we have our best in show.
Ginger's curling iron.
Ginger's flat iron.
It's Ginger's curling iron. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it is Ginger's curling iron. Because it was.
It was.
I am still thinking about that. I'm like, how did it happen?
How did it happen?
I want to know.
It's got to go to Eureka. She has not gotten it, I don't think, from me all season. But, she deserved it. I thought she deserved the win for this episode. I am proud of her. It is thrilling to see her growth from where she started in season 9. The personality. I thought her moment with Trinity was so cute.
Oh, I know. I love
that. Almost made me cry too. Thank you for flirting with me. Thank you for play flirting with me. It was really
I love
sweet.
That.
I just, yeah. Oh, It was beautiful. It was so cute. So next we've got our dark horse. My dark horse obviously goes to Ginger's flat iron.
So I think this makes my dark horse. I'm gonna say it's TKB because I did not think TKB was going to pull out a successful story.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after that first stand-up moment. Mm-hmm. It was just not it. TKB is not doing well with the public speaking stuff on this season, so I'm just like, this is not going to be good. And that story ended up being probably my favorite story of the night.
In terms of actual story content?
Yes, in terms of most interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good story. It had substance. It was funny. It had jokes, but it was also heartfelt. It had a message. It was a good story. 10 there.
I would agree. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. As well. So good call on that one. But finally for this evening, we have our La Ree Bag Dress Award for the night. Y'all, I have to give it to Ginger Minge. I mean, if your flat iron is all we're talking about at the end of the night, girl, it was not good, and I was a little upset. Sophie, Sam is the dark horse of this podcast. Oh, I'm the dark horse. Surprise, I'm back.
Surprise! You can't get rid of me.
You can't get rid of me. Hot Mess Express, Madame Caliente says, goes to the whole fucking episode. The La Ree Bag Dress Award goes to the writers of this episode. Who thought this was a good idea?
How dare they?
How dare they?
How dare they? My La Ree Bag Dress Award tonight. I can't remember what I was going to say.
I was just going to say, I don't want to go see the vagina monologues on which this was based. I don't want to go see that when a local theater with talented actors does it. No. I do not want to watch an unfunny, serious version of it on Drag Race.
No, I don't. This was just not it. It was not it at all. Shame on them.
Do you remember who's going to get your award now since I flipped two?
No. No, I just gone. Lost in the mind castle, so.
Alex's La Ree Bag Dress Award goes for her short-term memory.
In one ear, out the other.
Oh, well, y'all, this is the end of our show tonight. For those of you who are asking about the blinds and the episode in, rate this episode in your Sarah Beth voice. For those of you who are looking for Big Brother updates, Alex will be going live with Jolene in 22 minutes. So check that out. Also, please, again, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel. It is so helpful for us. Please, please, please.
Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out.
It really does. Alex, where can the people find you?
Well, down here underneath, you can find all of our pages, social media, so you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter. We live tweet during anytime we watch shows. I'm watching Welcome to Plathville now. It's crazy town. So if you watch that, come talk to me about it. You can also follow us on Instagram and always support the channel and subscribe. You can find me individually on Instagram at alexknowsitall.jpg and on Twitter at alexknowsitall_. And a lot of you guys have really enjoyed my content about downtown Detroit. So if you're interested in seeing me talk about downtown Detroit, follow me on Instagram and talk to me about it. Yeah.
Okay, Alex, where can the people find me? Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Sam Meyer Comedy. Lots of exciting things coming up. I will be at a film festival where Alex and I are finalists, which is very exciting, at the Burbank International Film Festival. Also, some possible things happening with some recordings at the end of the month. Very hush hush. You'll find out. Obviously, you will hear it here first. Yeah, so come check me out. I post occasionally. But y'all, this has been a fun show. Thank you for playing with us. Sophie, it does make sense that I do.
Oh, well, looks like we lost Sam. But anyways, y'all, it's been great spending this evening with you all. We will see you next time on Couch Potato Queens. As always,
I don't know what happened. Where did I go?
I don't know, but we're ending this podcast.